All right, so here we go. Moving on to the accomplishments of the players. Individual, team, any accomplishments.
Hey, let me say this, Ryan. This is your goal. This is your one. You better
Better
win
shoot your
this
shot.
one. This is it.
All right, so AJ, you went first last time. Ryan, you're up.
All right, here we go. Jordan, better accomplishments. This is easy money. And I won this one already. I don't even got to say anything. Michael Jordan won the scoring title 10 times. 10 times. If LeBron is so-called the best player, how come he didn't win it, at least 8 times, 7, 8 times, and he's played longer? So-called decent player. The biggest one I do want to notice and highlight is that Michael Jordan is only one of 4 players to win Defensive Player of the Year in his career and MVP. And so, of course, you already said that Michael Jordan was a good defender, and he's a way better defender than LeBron. Way better. One-on-one, basically, he's as tenacious as Kawhi Leonard. But he played so hard. The reason he didn't play for such a long time was because he played so tenacious for his entire career. He played as hard as he could every single time. And like I said before, he played 82 games 9 times in his career. LeBron didn't do that until just last year. That was the first time he ever played 82 games. First time. And on top of that, Michael Jordan led the league in steals 3 separate times at 88, 90, and 93. So that just goes to show that he wasn't just a scorer. He did it on both ends of the court. And LeBron is famous for, being the conductor out there, pointing and being like, hey, you be over here, hey. Even though that's his guy all the way in the corner, wide open. But Jordan, he took initiative. He didn't just blame people and point and just be like, hey, that should have been your guy, even if that was his man. He took initiative and he defended with a lot of heart and a lot of character. And so, let's see. So we can bring up the 6 championships. But, that's like low-hanging fruit, like I said. From 90, I think it was like 91, 92, 93. Took a little break. Came back. 96, 97, 98. Dominated. Could have been 8 straight if he didn't have...
It couldn't have been 8 straight because he lost. Oh, sorry.
It could have been 8 straight if he had been... it was unfortunate his dad died and stuff, and he was going through some personal issues. But that was definitely a big accomplishment of his. Let me see. Oh, yeah. If LeBron is so-called a big beast and he's the best player, too, how come Michael Jordan's career high is higher than LeBron? LeBron's career high is 61. Michael Jordan's career high is 69 points. A 69-point career high. But he doesn't have the same, but he's not as good as LeBron James. But he has a higher career high than him. And that was a very, at the time, 69 points was a good accomplishment. So, yeah.
All right, AJ, it's your turn. Don't reply just yet. Just do your thing.
Okay, all right. Michael Jordan has better accomplishments than LeBron James.
I won.
Do you have anything you want to say to him about something that he says? Or
I do. You said, first off, that scoring 69 at that time was like a major accomplishment. David Robinson scored over 70 points in like 95. So I don't know why you were making such a big deal about that he scored 69, his career high, and LeBron only scored 61. That doesn't mean anything. Scoring is not. That's not all this game is about. And if we're going by that, then Kobe scored 81. Why couldn't Michael score 81? Wilt scored 100. Why? That's 40. That's like 31 more points than Michael. I don't want to just go by who scored the most or like.
That's accomplishments though. 69 points, career high. That's a great accomplishment.
It's cool. It's cool.
It is.
It don't change the world. You scored 69 points. That's cool. Nobody. That's not what I remember when I think of Michael Jordan. I'm scoring 69 because that's not the record. What I remember is 81 because that's the record after Wilt, and what I remember is Wilt scoring 100. Like I said, David Robinson scored more than he did, and nobody thinks of David Robinson as his all-time great scorer. You were hot that night. James Harden's probably going to score that eventually. We're not going to say he's a better scorer than Michael Jordan. I mean, I wouldn't. Some people might if they never watched. I would. Obviously, Michael has more accomplishments than LeBron. He's won more championships, and this is a championship sport. It's what you strive for. Michael has 6. Bron has 3. Michael has 5 MVPs. Bron has 4. Michael has 9 or 10 all defensive teams. Bron has 5. He's a more accomplished player. I will give you that.
All around, and that's on both ends, offensively and defensively. If LeBron is such a great player, how come defensively I don't even think he's ever won Defensive Player of the Year.
He hasn't. He was second.
Second.
He finished second.
Very impressive for a 6'8" beast, so-called 6'8", 250, 260 beast. That's the best player you ever seen on this side of heaven. The man should have at least won 1 Defensive Player of the Year, at least in his long career. He's played in so many games.
I believe he got robbed the year he didn't win it, but I'm not gonna argue about it. Michael only won it once, so
it's still impressive.
So he won it once, and Bron finished second once. I mean,
it's still impressive.
I said he had more.
Steals.
I'm giving you, he had more accomplishments.
Over 400 steals.
If this was who was the most accomplished player of all time, you know what I'd be doing? I'd be sitting quiet, or I might say Bill Russell. But I'm not. We're not talking about that right now. We're talking about who's the best player of all time. When I say the best player, I'm thinking skills and accomplishments.
Yeah, and when I'm saying best player, I'm thinking skills, accomplishments, impact on offensive and defensive end, impact generationally.
If we want to talk about impact, let's look at what happens when Bron plays and Bron doesn't play. We can just go this year right now.
All right, go ahead.
When he plays, they're a 4 seed. This horrible team he's on. When he doesn't play, they're like, if he didn't play this year, they'd probably be in the lottery.
10 seed.
Yeah, that's dropping from 4, so he'd probably be down with the Suns if he didn't play. Let's look at his career in Cleveland. They won 66 games his last year. The next year they had the number 1 pick in the league and got Kyrie. Let's look at his career in Miami with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh, who we claim were Hall of Famers, even when he said they got too old.
Assembled a super team.
But the year he left, they didn't make the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I call impact. Just because he doesn't win awards does not mean he doesn't have impact.
Now
you gotta look more than just at the stat sheets and the record books to see what Bron does on the court.
Well, you want to add something?
I was just wondering if you had anything else you want to say.
I mean, I can just negate that by saying that if you look at how LeBron plays, Michael Jordan, look at through the course of Michael Jordan's career. This is why I have to put him ahead. He has always learned to adapt to the situation he's in. So Michael Jordan, when he was in 9th grade, he didn't make his 9th grade team. So he had to adapt. He had to change.
Shout out to Laney High School.
Yes. He had to adapt. He had to change. He had to get better. He had to find something in himself to change. LeBron, on the other hand, has always been the guy, always been the main guy. He's always been, the best player on his team. He's always been the most, the biggest star on his team. Then Jordan had to go to North Carolina. He went to North Carolina for 3 seasons. There, Dean Smith, they said they used to have a joke saying that the only person that could stop Michael Jordan was Dean Smith because he had to learn how to adapt and play within a system and get better. So then he went to the Bulls. The team wasn't all that when he first got there, but they had a system. Eventually, as the years went on, he had to incorporate himself into a system and learn how to prepare and learn how to play within a certain system to make the team better, the overall team. Because you saw when players played with Michael Jordan, they eventually got better and ascended to a new level.
Who?
Scottie Pippen.
He always played with Michael. How can you say he got better? He never didn't play
well,
with Michael.
When he went to another team.
He was old. Come on,
yeah,
man.
When he went to Portland and played by himself, he did
was
terrible. He was awful without Michael Jordan.
The year Michael left in '94, he took his team to the Eastern Conference Finals. He didn't do awful.
How was he old, though?
I'm talking about when he wasn't old in '94, when Michael was on his vacation.
Yeah.
He took the Bulls without Michael Jordan to Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah, but they still didn't ascend to
They
still didn't ascend to the same level, to the same heights without him.
They supposed to be in the finals. What do you mean?
Yeah, but I'm saying all this to say that LeBron James has impact, but Jordan's overall impact is a lot greater because he's learned how to adjust and adapt with other players and with real coaches. LeBron the reason his teams do so badly, I'm getting around to say this. The reason his teams do so badly is because he's never had to delegate to someone else, to a coach. Never in his career. In high school, he's always the best. Let me coach the team. I know more than the coach. And when he first got to Cleveland, oh no, my coach is dumb. I know more than him. Let me just do whatever. Because I'm the best player on the team. I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm gonna do. Never delegated to a coach. Never delegated to a superior. So his teams without him ultimately fall short because the coaches. The players he plays with always delegate to him, and they don't know how to play without him.
You like Donald Trump? Where are you getting these facts from? I never heard him say in high school, "I'm the coach. I'm coaching." There was never anything when he was coaching.
He took some creative license.
When he was with the Cleveland, there was never an issue between him and Mike Brown. What are you talking about?
Well, everybody knows Mike Brown would always listen to
How do you know that? You're just saying stuff.
This is what analysts said. Oh, man. Mike Brown, if you just look at how he did his interviews and stuff, he'd be like, oh, yeah, me and LeBron talked about this and that. Of course, he's the best player, but he's letting one of his players coach the team pretty much. And LeBron he will not delegate to anybody, so his teams will always fall short because of that. He won't delegate to someone bigger or above him.
I disagree. I just disagree. I don't understand. I can't argue with stuff that I can't argue with stuff that I don't understand. I never heard of. I never heard these issues when he was in Cleveland. The only issue he had in Miami is the one time when he pushed Eric Spoelstra. The next 4 years, what problems did they have? There was no problems. He just left because he wanted to go back to Cleveland. Now, when he was in Cleveland, he got a horrible coach fired because the coach was horrible. Then he got a coach he liked in there.
Oh, I agree. He was a bad coach.
So tell me when he's when is he doing what you're saying? When is he coached the team? I don't understand.
Throughout his whole career.
He coached the team with Miami. So you're saying Pat Riley let him coach his team instead of Eric Spoelstra?
Eric Spoelstra was okay. He had input, but that was really LeBron James's team.
You're gonna say that was LeBron James' team with Dwayne Wade? You think Dwayne Wade would let him coach the team like that?
Dwayne Wade assisted. Dwayne Wade was kind of like the captain. LeBron was the co-captain.
Oh, you're the source, huh? You was down there. You was all in the locker room. I
was down in South Beach.
Come on, man.
I was running on the beach, man.
Come on.
With my phone, my inside sources telling me.
All right, you guys ready to move on?
Let's move on.
All right, guys. What we got? We got anything from the room?
I won that.
We had a couple fact check things going on.
All right, let's see.
Nothing false apparently. Definitely true about Michael Jordan being the only defensive player to win MVP and defensive player.
He said 104. Didn't you say 104 people?
104, yeah. The only other guard I think was Gary Payton.
Yeah. I don't think Gary won MVP though.
No. I was just saying defensive. Yeah. Only guard to win defensive player of the year at that time.
Yeah, we did a couple fact checks. Everything checked out.
All right, so that one goes to Mike just because we got that. That also became sort of about influence on teams. So that kind of diverted. But I guess we are moving on. Thank you guys.